Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we are taking a look at fifth Scape, coming by popular demand. So is this legit or is it a scam? Unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, but this one is a scam. I do know that it's a doxed project, so I'm going to be telling you all the reasons based on my investigation why I say this one is a scam. But there's a very important piece of information that you need to know if you have already bought into the project or you are planning to buy into it. That is, when are you going to be able to get all your tokens that you have actually purchased during the pre-sale? I hate to break this to you, but by the time that you get all your tokens, if a woman was to get pregnant today, right, let's say you bought your tokens today. If a woman gets pregnant today, she will be able to give birth after 9 months. That baby would crawl and start to walk. By the time you get all your tokens, that baby will be talking, right? So why do I say that? Let's jump straight into the white paper, right? So if you jump straight into the white paper, you see the pre-sale. So that's the first thing that I look at. Before I invest into anything, I check when will I get my money back, right? Because this is your hard-earned money. So this is a shock. Actually, a lot of projects, scam projects, are starting to use to sneak into the white paper this information. So the vesting, they say 40% at TGE, which is the token generation event, and there's an 8 weeks lock and also an 8 months vest, right? So this sounds cryptic, and it's just been put there as if it doesn't really mean much, but it actually does mean a lot. So I actually did create a whiteboard to explain all of this simply, right? And if you check here, there are 12 pre-sale rounds. This is a very important metric, right? 12 pre-sale rounds, and currently we are in stage 4, right? So there are 12 stages, right? 12 stages, and currently we are in stage 4. So now if we jump onto the whiteboard to show you exactly how this will work. So the TGE, as mentioned here, right? That's the token generation event. So when you buy into the pre-sale, you're not actually purchasing the token, right? You are just purchasing the tokens, and then when you connect your wallet, it shows you the value of the tokens. You're not purchasing the actual tokens because the tokens don't exist. The contract doesn't exist yet, right? This is one aspect of the scam that I have seen, that these pre-sales, you're not actually purchasing into the smart contract. You are purchasing a value of a tokens. And then when the TGE event occurs, that's when they actually create the contract. And at that time of creating the contract, that's when you get this 40% is highlighted in their white paper right there, 40% unlocked, right, at the TGE. And then that 40% worth of tokens, you'll be able to cash it out, you'll be able to sell if it's on Uniswap or whatever DEX. This is Ethereum, right? And Ethereum is used by the scammers to actually deter investors from selling because of high gas fees, right? That's why they choose Ethereum, right? So that's when you'll be able to get your 40%. And there's a cliff period, as you see here, right? There's an 8 weeks lock, right? 8 weeks. So this 8 weeks lock in investment terminology is called a cliff period, where you don't have access to your investment. And then after the 8 weeks or 2 months, then there is an 8 months vest, right? That's when vesting starts. So basically what this means is there will be 60% of your tokens that you don't have access to for 2 months, and then after that you start to get your token starts to vest, linear vest in 8 months, which means this 60% you'll get it spread across 8 months, right? So I've created a simple example about how this will work. So let's pretend that you've invested $100 into the pre-sale today, right? So if you've invested $100 into the pre-sale today, by the time that these 12 stages, right, of the pre-sale are done, since now we see that we are in stage 4, by the time these 12 stages are done, let's just say the 1st of December is the TGE event. So by the way that things are going to work out, you have to actually recalculate this by putting the actual date. But let's pretend that 1 December 2024 is the TGE event. On that day, you'll be able to get 40% of your tokens that you purchased. So let's pretend each token was $1 for easier calculation. You'll be able to get 40 tokens. You'll be able to sell those tokens at the market value, right? And then we now have to count the 8 weeks lock. That's 2 months, right? The 2 months lock. And those 2 months are going to be done by the 1st of March 2025, right? That will be the end of the cliff period. And from that time, 1st of March, 8 months of linear vesting starts, right? That's 8 months of linear vesting, which means 60% divided by 8 months, which is 7.5%, which means every month from March, you'll be able to get to unlock another 7.5% every month until you reach 100%, right? So you get it, 47.5% in March 2025, 55%, 62% until you get to 100%. So you can do this calculation based on what the TGE event is. Since currently we are only in stage 4, right? And we're still in April, right? So what do you think? Did you know about this if you had already invested or if you're planning to invest, right? So this is the reason why if you're buying into a pre-sale, this information is important. It should be illegal for you not to have a logbook. It's important for you to log everything, whether you invest or you don't invest, right? Because that's where you're going to be able to spot scams. You're going to be able to spot people who are trying to trick you out of your money. And you're going to be able to spot information that is going to separate you from a money for an extended period of time, right? You can just grab a $1 or $2 book by the brick and mortar store close by you, like a Target or a Walmart, whatever it is, right? Or you can actually open up an Excel sheet and start to log everything about the pre-sale. But what I do recommend, right, is to go to Amazon and grab the Big Brain Crypto Eagle logbook, right? So this book is designed to track 70 pre-sales, right? And it's got 2 pages that you can track each pre-sale. I've got an affiliate link down in the description, and it's hardcover, which means durable, and there is power to pen and paper, because when you are writing something down, you're drinking your cup of coffee, right? You can think. When you write down something in a physical book, you think. It helps you to think, and you look at everything that is happening with the pre-sale before you even bought it. By the time that you've evaluated your 5th pre-sale, right, you have a big brain in crypto pre-sales, right? And so the first page, you log the pertinent data about the pre-sale. And the second section is the scam or legit evaluation, which is my favorite section. This is where you check, is there a doxed team, right? And if there's a doxed team, is the LinkedIn verified? So for example, for this project, we do know that there's a doxed team, but it's weird. Why is this guy not even having a profile picture? Right? That's a question mark. It's a small thing. Yes, we do see that there are videos where he's talking and all that, but why is it that he doesn't have a profile picture? Right? And also, his history here is kind of like, it's a little bit cryptic. VR development, virtual reality development, freelancing for 10 years, right? VR, if we want to count VR in the last 10 years, this is virtually a new technology that is coming. It's not really new, but he would have worked with big named companies and all that. Why is he not listing that experience? And those people that he worked with, those connections that he made, where are they on his LinkedIn profile? You can imagine if you have freelanced, you're going to be getting a bunch of recommendations from a bunch of people, right? But we don't really see that many recommendations, right? Where are they? Because if you're doing freelance for 10 years, 10 years is a long time. You would have made so many connections in the VR development. You'll be actually a pioneer in some of the VR aspects of the technology. So that's a big question mark for me right there, right? And also you see here Rakesh, who's the CTO, the technical chief officer, right? Top skills, C#, C++, that's it, right? 119 connections, right? He's got only 147 followers. For a CTO, you should be having at least over 500 followers, right? And also we've got Samit Kumar, who's marketing. At least he's got 500 connections, 801 followers, right? He's also in India, and you do see these are the posts and all that. So you see here, 50. So all this is a new thing. You can see present for 6 months. And here was a media buyer, search engine optimizer and all that. But the biggest question marks for me is the CTO and also the CEO LinkedIn profiles, they're a little bit sketchy, right? Most CEOs are quite active on LinkedIn, right? And also the whole VR thing that they are actually selling here. Did you actually see the 3 YouTube videos, right? That's some of the information, if you grab this book on Amazon, that you can start to actually log, right? Because you can start to log. There are these 3 videos, right? And what do these videos show? They are basically showing them shooting these things, the VR and all that. And the whole emphasis is on buying the token. That's also another indicator where you see, are these people all about the technology of the VR, or they are all about selling the token, right? From everything that you see about this project, it's mostly about selling the token. They do talk about what is going to be coming. They are going to be coming virtual reality in games. They are going to be coming in health, in all these things. So basically, they are bragging like a lot of technology that they are going to be developing. But most of their content and everything is all about buy the token. If you look at just a regular investment, let's take the Cybertruck of Tesla, for example. We saw that Cybertruck years ago, right? People couldn't wait to actually see the Cybertruck. So they need right now to show us what they developed, right? They really haven't developed anything, right? Where are the headsets that they themselves have actually developed? We haven't seen that, right? So this is my assessment for this one. I would say grab yourself a copy of the Big Brain Crypto Ego Logbook. You can track 70 pre-sales. You can track whether it's scam or legit. And when it eventually launch, you can also start to track the price of the pre-sale, right? And the date. You take the price. And right now, since we're in the pre-sale, you can even start to actually to track these pre-sale prices. So you can see the price of the pre-sales are there, right? You can start to track this, right? And also, if you do decide to invest, for me, I never buy in the pre-sale. I always buy after launch. Because when you buy after launch, guess what? You get 100% of all your tokens straight into your wallet. There is no these vesting periods and all these things that are scammy things that are designed to just keep your money, right? You don't get all those scammy things. And then also you can actually write your emotions when you do decide to buy. It's very important, right? And also any other notes that you want to add. And on the second page, there are ego notes, right? So these ego notes, you can put in things like this vesting, things such as this, right? And also information from other YouTubers. What are other YouTubers talking about this particular project? Are they saying it's the next 100x, right? And all of that, that's information that is important that you need to actually write in your logbook, right? And also the other thing that is important is the adoption tracking, right? So you need to track adoption. For example, right now we know that with Fifth Scape, right, we've got about 13,000 followers on Twitter, right? You also go to Telegram and check how many followers are there, and you can start to log that information as well, right? This will tell you the growth of the particular pre-sale. So you haven't even bought the coin yet. You are just logging. So a lot of people will say that, no, you know what, this is too expensive. I don't want this. But people are willing to drop 5,000, 10,000, $1,000, right? But 38 bucks, right, is too much. But at least even if you've got just a general notebook for $2, you can do this. You can log it. But I would recommend you grab yourself the Big Brain Crypto Ego Logbook. The affiliate link is down in the description. So let me know, what do you think? Do you think that this project is legit, right? The people are legit, but I think here we are being sold something else, right? It's definitely a scam. That's what I think, right? It's just my opinion. So we can engage in the comment section. So just remember, no insulting other investors and no using foul language, right? Anyone who insults other investors or use foul language will completely not have any rights to comment on the channel, right? The same way that they do to genuine investors on their Telegram groups, the scam lords, they kick out anyone who asks questions that they don't want. They block you. So that's what we do here as well. You come insulting other investors, insulting this channel, you are kicked out, right? So just let me know. Let's engage. Do you disagree with my review or do you agree? Just let me know. Just remember, thumbs up. helps the channel. Thumbs down help the scammers. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.